Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Stacy Ajum. I'm a marketing manager here at Siegel Scientific. Today's session, Why Labeling Operations Are Moving to the Cloud, Top 6 Reasons. Um, Today will be presented in English. Just to let you know, no matter what language you're hearing when you logged on. And also, this webinar is being recorded, so all registrants will receive access to the recording later on. Just to let you know, also, you can submit questions because we will be having a Q&A at the end of the session. If your question does not get answered in the session, no worries. We'll follow up with you via email. And of course, if you have any questions about BarTender, please feel free to reach out to our sales team. And if you want to stay up to date with what's going on with BarTender or Siegel Scientific, feel free to opt into our marketing communications. Today's presenters are myself and Michael Leo, Director of Product Marketing, and Roberto Posado, Sales Engineer. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Michael Leo.
Great, thank you, Stacy. And thank you to everyone for attending our webinar this morning. We greatly appreciate your time and interest in labeling in the cloud, and we'll look to spend the next 20 to 25 minutes on this agenda. I'll start with a quick introduction. I'll then cover our newest product offering, BarTender Cloud. And I'm most excited to talk about how our customers are using the cloud for their labeling. Roberto will then show you a quick demo of how BarTender Cloud can help your labeling. And as mentioned, we'll then end the presentation with a quick Q&A session. So a quick note for anyone who's not familiar with us, we're Siegel Scientific. We're the makers of BarTender software. Our company has over 35 years of history in barcode reading, label design and printing, printer drivers, and data integrations. We are a global company with regional support centers that provide 24/7 follow the sun technical support. You know BarTender as the leading software label management solution that helps our customers to simplify and automate their labeling processes so that they can design, create, manage, and print labels, RFID tags, and documents with ease. BarTender helps reduce downtime, limits label inefficiencies, and maximizes printing performance. Our customers come in all sizes, from small to large companies. It's estimated that 70% of enterprise labeling occurs in the manufacturing, warehouse, and logistics spaces. Our customers use BarTender there, as well as a number of vertical-specific applications. Businesses use BarTender to ensure that the right goods get to the right location. What they all have in common is the desire to improve their labeling practices to reduce costs, accelerate logistics, meet regulatory requirements, and to track and trace and manage what matters. Today, we have over 100,000 customers around the world printing over 40 billion labels per year. BarTender advantages have made it the #1 label management solution in the world. Most important, BarTender is easy to use, yet powerful and flexible in its range of integration possibilities. With BarTender, our customers have reduced their ID costs and reduced the risk of label errors, as well as ensuring regulatory compliance. We are the only label management software company with global services and support. With a support staff in 5 key geographic locations around the world, including the East and West Coast of the United States, there's no one in the industry who has the volume of staff to provide effective 24/7 customer support. Also, we are very proud that we are the #1 Gartner customer recommended label management solution. And all of the Gartner top 25 supply chain companies, as well as the top 25 healthcare supply chain companies, use BarTender. So what are the top challenges in the supply chain these days? Let's look at the results of a 2022 annual industry survey by MHI. MHI is an international trade organization that represents the material handling, logistics, and supply chain industry. Based on feedback from 1,000 supply chain and manufacturing leaders from small and large companies, we're seeing, or they saw, that 78% of companies are accelerating their digital transformation due to the pandemic over these past couple of years. They're seeing continued supply chain disruptions and shortages. They continue to see challenges in growing and even maintaining their workforces along with rising customer demand. Many of these companies are turning to technology and partnering with technology vendors to address these challenges. In terms of the top 2 technologies that companies are focused on, the first is the cloud, with a 40% adoption rate currently, and it's expected to grow to 86% in the next 5 years. The second technology is further investments in auto ID, currently with 31% adoption and growing to 84% in the next 5 years. And to address these challenges and really to marry the cloud and the auto ID technologies, let me introduce you to our newest product offering, BarTender Cloud. We've taken the most trusted labeling solution, BarTender, and made its capabilities available in the cloud. BarTender Cloud is the easiest way for customers to simply create their labels and print, all without the need for their own IT infrastructure and resources. BarTender Cloud is our new next generation software platform designed to be a true multi-tenant software as a service, or SaaS. BarTender Cloud is simple, easy, yet powerful. Let me go through 4 simple steps to illustrate how easy it is to use and how powerful it is. First, number 1, to create label templates, BarTender Cloud customers can access the BarTender Cloud template library with hundreds of commonly used templates available, or even let our label design services team design a label for them. Existing BarTender Cloud customers can also upload any label templates created in BarTender Designer. All the great label design and formatting features, including intelligent templates and RFID, can be printed from BarTender Cloud. Second, number 2, customers can then easily connect their data using our template assistant with label templates from our template library. They will have an easy guided steps to easily connect their label to any cloud database, including Excel, Online, and Google Sheets, along with adding data entry forms or embedded data. 3, customers can integrate their ERP, WMS, MES, or any business application through our BarTender REST API or file drop integration method. And finally, all authorized users, which you control, will have access to centrally stored label templates, and they can easily print from their browser or mobile device from any location. BarTender Cloud also works with our new mobile apps, and there is no printer driver management required. What else makes BarTender Cloud unique? BarTender Cloud is not just about hosting the current BarTender software in the cloud. We've built a new next generation labeling platform. BarTender Cloud has been designed using the latest cloud and computing technology. It's a new architecture implemented as a true multi-tenant platform in the cloud. BarTender Cloud provides a high 99.9% high service availability. This equates to only about 44 minutes of downtime per month. BarTender Cloud is an on-demand labeling resource available when you need it. For a simple annual subscription fee, an unlimited number of users in your organization can print to any number of printers. BarTender Cloud can print to any printer. With BarTender Intelligent Printing, customers will not need to install or manage any printer drivers. BarTender Cloud will automatically detect connected printers and print using one of our nearly 8,000 Seagull printer drivers to deliver a high-performance optimized print job. For all other printers, print to PDF is available. And finally, BarTender Cloud works for new customers as well as with existing on-premise BarTender software customers. So where is BarTender Cloud being used? Since its introduction in November last year, we've seen that it's a great fit for many of the same markets and applications where our customers are using on-premise BarTender software today. This includes the market and applications that you see here, such as warehouses, manufacturing, transportation, and logistics. We're seeing many different manufacturers move their labeling to the cloud. This includes manufacturers of all types, from consumer products, apparel and food, to medical devices and automobile parts. Many of these companies who have a strong e-commerce presence also. We're seeing retailers, typically with multiple locations around the country or a region, as well as distributors adopting BarTender Cloud. And finally, we're also seeing companies with field service type organizations or groups adopt BarTender Cloud. So let me take a closer look, or let us take a closer look at the top 6 reasons why companies are using the cloud for their labeling. Number 1, or first, is BarTender Cloud lets you print from anywhere, anytime, from any Windows PC, laptop, or mobile device. As mentioned, BarTender Cloud supports optimized high-performance printing to any printer without you having to manage your printer drivers. BarTender Cloud does it all for you. Right now, we're seeing a third of BarTender Cloud customers print with our Android or iOS mobile app. The BarTender mobile app is available in the Google Play and Apple App Stores as a free download. This includes companies who provide on-site contracting services, like to a hospital where the contract employees don't have access to the local hospital's Wi-Fi network. They use the BarTender mobile app to do label printing from BarTender Cloud. This also includes, for example, an RFID manufacturer who has salespeople who visit their customer sites and they print name badges or RFID tags right at the customer location. It's all part of the sales process where they use BarTender mobile app. Next, the second reason that customers are adopting BarTender Cloud is that it's a quick, easy purchase from one of our cloud certified partners. We're seeing new and existing BarTender customers with immediate project needs, for example, such as a manufacturer needing to do a company-wide inventory across all their locations, look to quickly add and use BarTender Cloud specifically for that one project. They don't need to install or maintain any new IT hardware or software. We're also seeing companies who want to quickly extend label printing to internal groups, such as new warehouse location or to an external supplier. Many 3PL companies or customers are using BarTender Cloud to easily support different labeling requirements from each of their different customers who all have unique requirements. For many existing BarTender customers who are still running on-premise BarTender software on their factory floors night and day, they all like the fact that BarTender Cloud will just be as reliable with its high 99.9% availability. BarTender Cloud offers a lot of labeling flexibility to an organization, since BarTender Cloud is a true multi-tenant SaaS offering and not limited like other suppliers who are just running their labeling software on some random cloud server. Next, number 3, one of the biggest benefits that our customers want is a way to reduce or eliminate the need for managing IT infrastructure and its associated costs. With BarTender Cloud, they can extend labeling to any location without the need to install local labeling software. BarTender Cloud also easily supports the new work from home environment. Other costs that BarTender Cloud helps reduce include reducing the need for software programming for integrating data with your labels. BarTender Cloud offers an easy-to-use template assistant to guide you through connecting and mapping your data from Excel, online, or Google Sheets with your label templates. Again, all with no programming required. Finally, many customers have told us that BarTender Cloud is a great upgrade path, as their current labeling suppliers are discontinuing their software products. BarTender Cloud's usage-based pricing model, which I'll provide more details on near the end of this presentation, is a great alternative to other suppliers' costly printer-based pricing models for their cloud-hosted labeling software. The number 4 reason why customers want to move their labeling to the cloud is to centralize their labeling operations across all company locations. Right now, we see half of our BarTender Cloud customers supporting multiple company locations where they want to do label printing. Many customers want to do label printing or label design in a central location, but make it available for printing across their entire organization at all locations. This includes nationwide or regional retail store chains who today design labels at their headquarters and then mail them to each individual store. A very inflexible and static labeling process. While they could outfit each store to print locally, they would most likely involve costly VPN networking or installation of labeling software at each store. With BarTender Cloud, they can now design labels at the headquarters store them in BarTender Cloud, and easily make them available to each store for local printing. Many of our manufacturing customers see BarTender Cloud as a great solution to enable secure supplier printing, especially with their outsourced overseas suppliers. A third of these customers create sets of label hosted in a secure folder in BarTender Cloud that is only accessible by their supplier. This external supplier cannot access anything else outside their folder or their labels. So this increases label accuracy, reduces label printing waste, while ensuring the highest security. And the fifth reason for BarTender Cloud is that it allows our customers to standardize their labeling. Half of customers are using the built-in template library with hundreds of commonly used label templates, along with our label design services team. The other half of customers are using BarTender Designer to create their own custom label templates. In both cases, these label templates are stored in folders in BarTender Cloud, accessible by all users. This also reduces the need for more skilled print operators, as they can easily access and print standard labels without additional training. And finally, at number 6, BarTender Cloud customers can automate and integrate with their business applications and data. We're seeing nearly all our customers, 90%, connecting to some sort of cloud database or doing a more in-depth integration with their ERP or WMS system. For customers with software programming resources that can take advantage of our industry standard REST API, other customers are taking advantage of our professional services team, or even professional services from our cloud certified partners. By being able to connect to cloud databases, some customers found that they could defer costly ERP upgrades for another year or two. So let me now introduce one of our to our experienced sales engineer, Roberto Prasada, who will give you a short demo of BarTender Cloud.
Good morning, everybody. Hey, thank you, Michael Leo. You want to skip to the next slide? Well, we could do it this way. Now, everybody, let me switch over to presenter. And share my screen. Here we go. And we're going to share screen too. Let me know when you're seeing the screen. I think it's up, right, Michael?
Oh, okay.
It's my screen now, correct?
Yes, you can see the screen.
Yes. Okay. So in today's example, Michael Leo was explaining why we should go to the cloud. And today, we're going to talk about that. We're going to demonstrate and show you. Again, my name is Roberto Posada. I'm logging into our new product, BarTender Cloud by Siegel Scientific. And as you can see, there's no need for hardware to be installed. It's more of logging in from a browser. Any modern browser would work. Any OS would work. That is the main purpose of the cloud. You get to your labels, click and print as seamlessly as possible. In today's example, we're going to demonstrate a global company. Within this global company, they have global plants. The global plants have multiple locations, as you could see here. We're going to expand on this folder, on this view. We could see global plants, Los Angeles, Bogota, San Salvador, Seattle, Miami, Austin. We just incorporated new plants, so it's going to switch over to manage files. And we, as a company, acquired a new plant in Mexico City. So the idea is to give the workers in Mexico City access to a template. So this is how easy it's going to be. I'm going to go as an admin here from Seattle. I'm going to say, we're going to create a new folder for the Mexico City plant. Mexico City, there we go. We're going to go ahead and create. Now, what I'm going to do, I have a folder now. I'm going to say that folder is only going to be accessible. This is where we're going to inherit, and we're going to say custom, and we're going to say who is going to be able to use the cloud. And we're going to add permission to a specific group of people, and we're going to say global plants. We're going to click OK on that and save. That means that only people that belong into the global plans folder will be able to access that folder and the template. There is no template right now, so we're going to create a template. And this is from headquarters. You think about it. Go and say create a new document. Now, the effort for this is we're going to create asset labels. These asset labels are going to be used in the product that we receive at our global plans. So we want to standardize this, and we want to use we're going to use something from the template library, as you are seeing here, and we're going to use this one, asset label 2x1 code 128. Now, here we're going to call it asset label, and we're going to call it global plans. And we're going to say version 1. We're going to do next. Now, here we have the ability to enable data entry forms or skip this. Of course, we want our operators to type in the information, so we're going to enable the data entry forms. We're going to click next. Here we have the option, as Michael Leo was explaining, we're able to connect to other databases. In this case, we're able to connect to Azure, we're able to connect to Excel Online, Google Sheets, so it could be an embedded table. That could be a JSON or a CSV file. Now, we're going to skip this because all is manual entry. It's an asset label. And the idea is that they're going to type in the company name, they're going to provide us with a barcode, and they're going to provide us with a bottom text, which is additional text that will identify the product. So we're going to click finish. And that is how easy and simple it is to pull a template directly from the template library, create a template, and now I'm going to move it into specific folders. So I'm going to copy to. In this case, I'm going to say, well, the plant that needs this right now is the Mexico City one. So we're going to say Mexico City, and we're going to click OK. I could do the same thing for the Austin plant, for the Los Angeles plant. We're going to stick with the Mexico City one. I'm going to go into the Mexico City folder. Now we could see our asset label available. Let's double click in it, and let's go into the print console view. We're going to demonstrate a print today. Now, everyone, as you can see here, it's requiring me to install the gateway service. Now, the gateway service is a thin client that gets installed, and it allows me to communicate with the printers on my side of the network. In today's demonstration, I'm not going to go through the installation, but what I'm going to do is demonstrate a print through PDF. So we're going to say, I want to use a PDF. I want to generate 15 copies of this. Say they want to generate because it's 15 items that they have to shelve. So we're going to click print. What's going to happen is going to bring us to our data entry form because this is what we enabled. So we're going to say the company name is going to be Siegel Scientific. The barcode data, we're going to just type in some random data, 987654321. Now that's the text, so we're going to copy and paste the barcode data, and then we're going to use the text line. In this case, we're going to call this cloud automation. We're going to click print. What's going to do, it's BarTender Cloud is going to generate a PDF for us. And this PDF, we're able to download and open. So in this case, I'm going to download and open for you so we could see the print in action. And we could see our 15 copies of Siegel Scientific with that specific barcode data and the product name, which is cloud automation. Now that is amazing. Using the power of the cloud, we now have created a template that is going to be accessible to all of the global plans once I copy and paste that file over. So let's go back. Now this is good, right? Our internal team now has a custom template that they're going to use across the organization. It's a standard template that for any new asset that they're going to use. Now, because we're a global manufacturer, we do have global suppliers, and this comes to the situation where we want our suppliers to use a specific template. And giving them access before was extremely complicated. You would have to go through the IT because they're going to have access to your network, and sometimes that is very, very complicated. To avoid that, that's why we have a product as the cloud. So now I have global suppliers, and as we could see here, I have global suppliers. I have some in China, Colombia, Mexico, and South Africa. We're going to focus today on the Mexico one. So now we're going to enable the permissions to say permissions for the Mexico folder. It's only going to be enabled. It's only going to be available for the group that is called global suppliers. That means that group is only going to be able to see that specific folder under global suppliers in Mexico. We're going to save that. And now we already have the template which I had built before, and this is an asset supplier version 2. It's more of copy 2. And in this case, we're going to use a destination. We use Mexico. We'll do OK for that. Now, that Mexico folder, the global supplier now has access once he logs into the cloud to that label, the one that I want them to use moving forward, making sure that all of my products are going to get labeled accordingly to my standards. So in this case, we're going to again do a PDF. We're not installing the gateway today, and we're going to click print. And again, this is going to bring us to the print dialog. And in this case, I am again using the data entry form. So again, we're going to say Siegel Scientific. We're going to say barcode data is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And actually, this is a QR code. We could have used a website. In this case, we're just going to call Cloud Essential. So we're going to click print. And this is, we only did one copy for this one. So download and open. And we could see that copy of the Cloud Essentials. We could have done 100 copies, and BarTender Cloud would have done this for us. So we're going to do print just so you could see that in action with multiple copies of this. And we're going to say Cloud Automation for this one. Go ahead. Remove this. I'll just call it Cloud. And we're going to print. It'll generate the PDF again for us. And we're going to be able to download and open. And we could see those 100 copies. Again, this is manual entry. There are ways of doing this automatically with our cloud product or connecting to a spreadsheet. It's more of what data source do you want to use. And that, everyone, is a quick demonstration of cloud and how it alleviates a problem within internal labeling and external labeling for your suppliers and for your internal products. Michael, I'm going to turn it over back to you so we could continue with the presentation.
Great, thank you, Roberto.
And switching over to you, Michael.
Awesome, great. Well, thank you, Roberto. That was a great demo. Hopefully that illustrates a lot of the key features of BarTender Cloud that'll help your particular business. So before we reach the end of this presentation in the Q&A session, let me quickly show you the BarTender Cloud plans, or how you actually buy BarTender Cloud. BarTender Cloud is available in 2 plans. The first BarTender Cloud Essentials plan gives you 2 gigabytes of storage and our self-serve essential support level. It also includes our customer success onboarding process to help you get started and successfully using BarTender Cloud immediately after your purchase. You can see that our BarTender plans are priced based upon the number of labels that you print in a year. You only pay for what you print. Upgrading to the BarTender Cloud Automation plan gets you all the features of the Essential plan, plus expanded storage to 5 gigabytes and standard or premium level support. It also adds support for higher label volumes, as well as data integration capabilities with the BarTender REST API. So pretty straightforward pricing plans. So before I end this presentation and we go to our Q&A, let me give you a quick summary of the top 6 reasons that I sort of covered why some of our customers are adopting cloud or BarTender Cloud today. First, of course, is the ability to print anywhere, anytime. And it's really around the scalability and flexibility with a true multi-tenant SaaS cloud offering. Customers are finding it easy to use BarTender Cloud to fit their particular business, whether it's their entire organization or for specific projects that they just need to do. Inherent in sort of any cloud solution, as well as BarTender Cloud, is the ability to have reduced IT infrastructure needs and associated costs. With BarTender Cloud, you can centralize across all your locations, as well as standardize your labeling, increasing label accuracy. And finally, you can use BarTender Cloud to automate and improve your business processes and connect to your business applications and systems. So with that, I hope we were able to give you a good taste of how our customers are using BarTender Cloud to take their labeling operations to the next level and to help their overall labeling costs while helping their overall business grow. If you're interested, please contact us. You can see this URL or just go to siegelScientific.com. Reach out to us. We'll help assess the right solution based upon your particular labeling needs. We can also schedule a BarTender Cloud demo to actually show you how, in more detail, how BarTender Cloud can work for your business. And we can also connect you to a local cloud certified partner reseller to provide you with a solution in that way. So, and I've also provided some additional resources or URLs here. Everyone will receive a copy of this presentation after our webinar is over. So with that, I'm going to open it up for a short Q&A session now.
Hey, Michael, great webinar. We have multiple questions. Everyone, if we do not get to your question, we will definitely get via email. There's just so many questions. We want to get to all of them. The first question I do have, Michael, is can existing BarTender software users use BarTender Cloud?
Absolutely. I think what we've seen now is actually half of the customers that are buying BarTender Cloud, or since our launch in November last year, are actually existing BarTender customers. They're using BarTender Cloud to really add on or extend the BarTender software that they have on premise. And as I think I talked about, customers are using it to use BarTender Cloud to extend it to other locations. They're also using it for like short-term projects, like if they have to do I mentioned a manufacturer that wanted to do a company-wide or nationwide inventory project. Rather than sort of configuring their software, they basically bought BarTender Cloud specifically for that use.
Great. Second question. Can I use BarTender Designer to design my templates or design my labels and later take to the cloud?
Yep, absolutely. It's sort of the same answers. I think we're seeing half of customers use BarTender Designer to design their labels, upload them to BarTender Cloud, and then they basically can easily print from there. All the features, around easy design, formatting, intelligent templates, RFID, that stuff all works in the cloud when they're printed from the cloud. For the other half of customers that have purchased BarTender Cloud, we're seeing them take advantage of the template library that's built into BarTender Cloud. As you showed in your demo, there's access to over 200 commonly used label templates that they can easily pick and choose, customize, and print directly from BarTender Cloud. And I think actually I neglected to mention, as part of purchasing one of the BarTender Cloud plans, we actually include our label design services team, where they will actually help design 2 labels for you that will then be put into the template library for your use.
Great, thank you, Michael. I do have another one. I could answer this one. What data connections are available in cloud?
Okay.
With cloud, we have multiple options. We have Excel Online, Google Sheets, and most of these templates that are on the template library are designed to work specifically data sources like Google, Excel Online, or Google Sheets. The other one that we have access to is Azure, the SQL database, so you're able to connect to that database. Using automation and REST API, we expand on that because we're able to use it. You receive data from any business system. That could be Oracle, that could be Microsoft D365, any business system that has the capability of sending REST or web services would be able to communicate with our cloud platform and allow to automatically print something. So you think about this, there is no need for hardware. It is in the cloud, and the cloud is receiving the payload, and then it's printing where you're telling it to print. There are several more questions, Michael, and one that is in your realm. I think that answered that question on data connections. How much is BarTender Cloud?
As I showed in, I think near the end of the presentation, so BarTender Cloud is available as an annual subscription plan, and there's based upon you basically choose the plan, the features you want, and then you choose the number of labels that you're printing per year, and that's the tier that you choose. So there's two plans, Essentials plan and our Automation plan. Depending on the features capabilities, you would choose that, as well as the support level. A lot of some of our customers have elected to purchase just the Automation plan to get standard or premium support, because labeling is sort of mission critical for them.
Thank you, Michael. Another question that came about was, what about those $395? Could you explain on the one-time setup fee for cloud?
Say that again, Roberto.
So on top of the pricing, is there an additional fee? That was the question.
Oh, well, with in
the
terms
provisional.
of setting up, yeah, in terms of setting up BarTender Cloud, there is a one-time provisioning fee that helps support our customer success onboarding process. We actually have a dedicated team here at Siegel to help customers get up to speed. We basically schedule a one-on-one call with new BarTender customers to walk them through how to use BarTender Cloud and all its features and capabilities. And then basically for the next 30 days, our customer success team is sort of there as a resource to make sure that our customers can take full advantage and use all the capabilities of BarTender Cloud.
Now there's multiple of these questions, different fashion. Where is the data stored?
Yeah. Oh, well, the data. So one thing I mentioned, so BarTender Cloud, is a true multi-tenant. It's our next generation software platform. We've basically hosted it in Amazon Web Services, one of the leading infrastructure as a service providers. And so it's available in Amazon data centers in North America. So as you're probably aware of, Amazon Web Services, or AWS, was a pioneer in cloud-based services, and they have one of the most secure and highly available cloud hosting infrastructures available. And so that's actually why we chose them to provide that. So customers' data is stored in that secure AWS environment. So I see that some of the questions too have to do with a recording. So would anyone after this session is over will get access to recording, so you can watch the video again, see our presentation. And I also encourage you there'll be a really short feedback survey about this webinar, and I encourage you to help us make this webinar better with your feedback. And of course, if you want us to reach out with any additional questions, you can provide your email as part of that feedback survey when we can reach out to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. And like Mike said, we'll be sending out a survey as well as access to the recording and presentation. Thank you all so much.
Great. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.